Hi, all. Today I'd like to talk about my monetization journey and what it all means. Trying to get monetized is really intimidating. I've been watching vids on YouTube for years without even considering it. I couldn't see how it would work, but lately I've been finding a lot of videos from people my own age, Gen Xers, mid 50s, who are, putting up little channels and trying to, get monetized. Let's face it, my generation, we're not sure Social Security is going to be there when we're ready to retire. So a lot of us are looking for ways to kind of help fluff up our nest eggs a little bit, just in case we live longer than, we expect. Anyway, so it is really, really intimidating. I've been watching vids from it and from YouTube creators and actual YouTube Studio and vidIQ vids. There's a lot of stuff that seems so hard to understand. Algorithm, big, scary word, algorithm. Almost as if folks are trying to confuse us with too much information. And no offense to anyone who's worked so hard to put out vids that are both comprehensive and easy to follow. I have to say, for absolute beginners, I have to suggest vidIQ for your first vid. Then, in a lot of cases, they'll actually recommend good creators, YouTube content creators, who have achieved what we're looking to achieve. So you don't wind up getting misled down this weird garden path that's just more confusing in the long run. Anyway, when I started entertaining the idea of doing vids, I was already set up with Audacity for doing voiceover work and auditioning for audiobooks, which after doing one, I decided I'm better off just doing my own books, doing the audio for my own books, which, I still haven't started. I did do one of them, actually. I did do At the Crossroads, The Destiny of Choice, which I revamped the book, but the audio is still there. I revamped the cover art, I should say, for the book. Anyway, I'll do a different vid on that later. That is daunting, too. Not the reading aloud, but it's amazing how easy it is to read aloud when you're not in front of a microphone or a camera. Anyway, so to me, the idea when I started, the idea of being on camera was massively intimidating. I have a day job to consider. And even though, even today, I still work full-time in healthcare, and I do have a lot of controversial standpoints on a lot of different subjects. So I have to be very, very careful, and putting my face out there was risky. And between that and trying to balance my opinions and being authentic and stuff like that, I decided my best bet was going to be to try and find a way to provide uplifting and positive or inspiring content. The problem was I wasn't feeling very positive or uplifted or inspired at the time. I was angry and frustrated by everything going on in the world around us. So I did everything I could to do faceless videos, from shorts to black screen nature sounds with chimes to guided meditation. Those are still on my channel. But again, life took a series of corkscrew turns, like, COVID, 2020, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Yeah. Anyway, and here I am back again. Much more clear-headed feeling, at least for the moment. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. And feeling like there might be a reason to work to keep hope alive. So, as a newish channel, or one that's been ill-used for a long time, and being a woman literally smack dab in the middle of her 50s, I'm probably going to be a little like a Super Bowl bouncing around a 13-walled room, topic-wise. Y'all, I will definitely keep y'all updated on the monetization journey. Like as soon as I get monetized, I'll be happy to show the stats and stuff. And let you know which types of videos actually drew an audience, which ones seem to be more relevant, and maybe even show the difference using vidIQ made in getting there. Even though I work full-time, a few extra bucks can help a lot in improving the quality of the vids as I go along and learn more about production, because, you know, I'm largely a one-woman production crew here for most of these vids. Now, there are some that are done by a fantastic promotion team that's helping me get my books out there, get some publicity for my Freedom Fighter trilogy and my Heroes of the Line series, and just trying to help me get my foot in the door of some folks who like to read and like to read good works that have gone unrecognized. Anyway, so I'm really open to everybody's opinions, to all y'all's opinions on topics you want to hear more about. Some are very current, writing, characters, story arcs, hybrid worlds. Of course, my own books, where ideas come from, authors who influenced me. Which one almost literally killed me to write? I might get into that one. Mindset, which I just finished recording a video on perception and mindset, and how perception shapes a person's mindset. Also, rebuilding your life after. Again, something that I have experience with. Self-care and how it changes over the decades. So what used to be self-care in my 20s definitely ain't self-care now in my 50s. I'm also a type 2 diabetic, and I'm on a journey to, cure mine. But I'm a diet cheat. I've always been a diet cheat, and it's just a god-awful thing, I'm telling you. So I look at a cake. I can bypass red velvet most of the time, unless that's the only thing that's there. But no, for the most part, I look at a cake, I look at a donut. Oh my God, my inner Homer Simpson. Seriously. But there are alternatives. And honestly, I'm trying to learn how to balance healthy habits, so that I can get rid of this type 2 diabetes, so I can technically not be a diabetic anymore, get off the metformin, because that's all I take is the metformin, and occasionally berberine if I've had a pig out fest. You know what I'm trying to say. So if any of these topics are of interest to you, put it in the comments section. Just let me know what you want to hear more about. I promise you I have a very strange sense of humor, if you haven't figured that part out already. And I have worse timing than anyone out there when it comes to telling jokes. So if nothing else, if the joke ain't funny, you'll probably get a laugh at me trying to tell it. Anyway, sorry. There are show notes in the down below that offer links to various sources and resources for people who need help, for our LGBTQIA sisters and brothers, and for people who need to get out of bad situations. Again, I just did a video on that one too. So today is my video recording day. So I've been working on these for the last couple of weeks, and it was time to start getting them down. Anyway, my journey toward monetization. Again, please join me for it by subscribing. And of course, commenting, sharing, liking, dinging all the bells, blowing all the whistles. We always have to ask for them. But we do also have an incredible community of creatives out there. And I know that I'm not the only one who often feels like taffy being pulled between between two people, between Shaggy and Scooby, because, you know, the taffy twist. If you don't know what I'm referring to, the taffy twist, check it out. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The original version of it, season 2, and I believe it was the last episode of season 2. You'll see Shaggy and Scooby doing the taffy twist. Anyway, so for our community of creatives out there, whether you are visually creative, whether you are auditorily creative, music, sing, whether it is writing, whether it is stories, poetry, novels, whether it's research, historical stuff. Also, what would you name our community of creatives? Do you have a name? I'm trying to think of it, and I'm apparently blanking out here. So if you can think of a name, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Love to hear what you have to offer. Anyway, I can't thank you enough for being here, for listening, and for doing what you do and being who you are. So I'll keep my eyes on the comment section. Until next time, keep writing, keep reading, keep creating, and together we will keep hope alive. And yes, I'm going to do this. Live long and prosper.